was just trying out some different angles. I guess that's kind of good enough. Hey, Nicholas. Yeah, yes. So let's wait a little bit till a few more people join. But in the meantime, I think today is a good time as any to build our Lego charger. Have a small review in comparison to our car, and then we can start scavenging this guy for parts for our car. I see some really nice panels here that we are going to use. Finally, more of those thin 11 stud long panels, the curved ones, the 7 stud long curved ones that we need. So all in all, it looks like a good parts car. So I don't know. Let's build it. Let's build it and comment a little bit while we're doing it. And in the next stream, we continue with our car. Oh, one tire almost got away. Okay, first impression. This is so tiny. Okay, I expected this to be a little bit bigger. I guess. Such tiny tires. Okay, I guess it's a tiny car. Okay. New frame. Let's see. So, let's try this for size. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I would be really thrilled if this guy would go all around our engine bay. This would be a really nice reinforcement. You mean my charger? Yeah, our charger is of course going to be better because it's, first of all, it's bigger. It has bigger tires. I mean, just I mean, look at it. This is just, I don't know. Well, I guess I'm Mick. I'm from Slovenia. I am from Slovenia. It's a charger. Yeah. Okay. Stickers we don't need. So I guess that's number one. Okay. Let's see what Lego designers have for us. Well, one thing that I really hate about sets like this, so much plastic, so much garbage, basically. We are not going to have a supercharger. simply because I prefer clean lines. My charger also wouldn't have a supercharger because I really prefer the sleek design of the original car. So let's see. Another one of my favorite parts. This is such garbage. I mean, if you put them together, there's so much slack here. Come on, get apart. So much slack. And the Lego solution for holding this in and using it for the suspension with the links. This is so. I mean, they are spreading this like the plague. This kind of system, and everybody is using this in their own creations, and I hate this. So hate this. Such a lazy cop out. So, where is my cardan joint? Ah, here it is. So we got 3, this, and of course the old differential, because the new differential would be too expensive, of course, for a set like this. Nah, they won't fall off the table. We're going to build this quickly. Okay. What do we need? I mean, this is such a small car. I mean, okay, for a small car like this, I guess a few shortcuts by the designer had to be made. Completely understandable. But I really didn't expect it to be such a small car. So actually tiny. Probably just a smidge better, larger than the Mustang, the Creator Mustang. And we're gonna compare the sizes. I have the Mustang, so I can compare it. Okay. Well, I mean, look at this. The axle here is really held on by hopes and dreams. This is so useless. But okay, we're going to build something around this, I guess. But yeah, I never liked this differential. Never liked it. It's always so flimsy and useless. Really, I have no idea why Lego did this version. The designers didn't of the parts didn't think ahead enough. The Top Gear car differential, that's what this should be from the beginning. Okay. Well, basically, I'm looking at the last picture because the instructions in this sets are so well, they are made for small children, basically. Okay. What now? These. Speaking of instructions, when our charger is done, someone will have to make instructions. I'm going to provide photos of the car, as many as necessary, and someone will have to make instructions in, I don't know, Eldro or whatever program is used nowadays, or digital designer files. Whatever program is designed to is used nowadays for designing instructions because I am useless at these. I must admit. Okay. That's a weird solution. I wouldn't do it like that. Okay. For real? Okay. Seriously. Okay. That's the first time I've seen this technique used in a Lego set. You see? Uh, they use half on each side. Not even half. That's a little bit of a quarter of the axle is looking on each side out. That's weird. I mean, I wouldn't do it like that. I would just put a 3 stud with stop inside of this full stop. Okay. Weird. I just hope yellow bushes aren't becoming the standard. Really hope, because this looks like crap. I mean, in general, I hate the new trend in Lego where they have so many colored parts. Why? Why do we need the colored parts? It looks so much better when it's a single color. If, for example, the rear suspension is one color, maybe the differential and the gears are different, just to, you know, just for small contrast. But this really looks a mess. And for example, the new the Batmobile inside. I've seen the instructions. My God, it's multicolored. It's black. What the fuck? Make it black. Yes, a drift car. See, a drift car is one of the one car that we could do. That's a project that we could do. I have a few ideas for the body of the car. Again, nicely done, like the Charger, but slightly different because a drift car is a very dedicated car for a very special purpose. And I have several friends who actually do drift with purpose-built race cars that are drift cars, and I can have one of them drive it. Yeah, I mean, at least most of the creator stuff. I mean, I've only built the Mustang, and the Mustang doesn't really have any weird colors, I guess, because it's not necessary. But yeah. So we need this and this. Come on. Ah, those are used as I'm okay. Those are used as bump stops. And I'm thinking, what the fuck I'm missing? Okay. Speaking of cardan shafts. Speaking of cardan shafts, I of course made our cardan shaft a little bit better by popular request. This is how we're going to have it. Much cleaner than before, with the big joints. And this should handle all of the torque that we need. So should be fine. Okay. My first pneumatic engine was in 1995, I think. It was horrible. It was like the engine was like, I don't know. It was two cylinders. It was like this big, because I wanted to basically mimic the working of a steam engine, a ship steam engine. It was two cylinders, and I used the big 48 tooth gears as a crank. So it was really slow and jerky, but it worked. And from then on, I was able to make them better and better. Oh, seriously. Why would we do that? Ah, see, I don't like that. Not even that. I mean, it's enough that this connection between those two has slack, but now we have this connected with axles, and we have even more slack. This frame is awesome. I need more of them, definitely. Our drift car will mostly consist of those frames, because it'll be insanely light. So the drift car will only look realistic on the outside, but will be completely built for lightness inside. So yeah, I need more of these. These are awesome. If we decide to make a drift car, but I have a feeling that our next project is going to be a drift car. Um it's inevitable. So this, and of course my least favorite suspension setup for the rear. Oh my god, even like that. Fine. I'm pretty sure this can be designed a little bit better. But oh well. Let's go with the flow. Well, I mean, in our charger, I will once we know how everything goes together, and I can order parts from Bricklink. I will order every part that I possibly can in black. There will be no other parts other than the rear suspension and the front suspension that will be colored, and of course the engine, so for contrast. But the body itself will be all black, interior and exterior. But right now, while we're building it, I think it's actually better than that it's gray, light bluish gray, because it looks better on camera. We can see much more. Okay. Yeah, now we marry them. I mean, this is such a lazy solution. And look at that. This is just in every conceivable way. There's so much slack. Like this, I mean, I would never build it like that. I would at least, at the very least, I would find a solution here to make this being connected with pins instead of axles. I would probably somehow reverse this and use a mixed technique. So I would use here on the bottom, I would use it like Lego did. So the axle actually would be able to go through this part with an axle hole. But here on the top, I would use the gray pins which have a 2-stud pin and then 1-stud axle. I would reverse this, so we would have like pin here, and then I would put in basically here would be 2 half bushes. Here would be a pin, and then a 5-stud axle, 5-stud bar would go through this, and then this would then not have slack. Actually, because I'm a BMW guy, I would like to build the drift car as a BMW E9. If you Google it, BMW E9 turbo race car is damn sexy looking, and it has, the fender extensions, which are very squared and easy to build from Lego. And I mean, I would go with that. But that first we need to finish the charger. So once we finish the charger, then we can have a poll, and first we decide what to build, and then we decide on the model. If we decide on the drift car, we can then have a poll and say, okay, we want this and this model as a drift car, or if we want a supercar, we want this and this supercar as we want to build this and this supercar. So you know um, okay, shock absorbers. I never like to mount my shock absorbers like this, because this always creates, when you mount it on one side, this always creates kind of bending movement on the shock absorber. It needs to be always mounted in the center. For example, if we mounted the shock absorbers here, I would use this part instead of this part. Much better. By the way, we still need to decide on what kind of propulsion and batteries our car will have. What do we want? mean, initially I don't know, power functions are cool and stuff, but I don't know which batteries are good or not good. Uh, Powered up, I don't know anything about powered up. I haven't used it, so I don't have an opinion either or. Um, I had an S brick. I had an S brick, but I gave it away. Uh, I gave it away. I built a Fiat Panda for a friend, and gave the S brick with together with the Fiat Panda to that friend. Um, I don't know, S brick. I was not very convinced. Maybe, I mean, everything was so slow. If we build a drift car, stuff needs to be fast. Okay, where did I go wrong? Okay, here. Okay. We need this later because obviously something is coming here. Um, yeah, the problem with the RC motor is that there's actually no way that we can fit it into the car. We cannot fit an RC motor into the car because it's too tall. At least not in the Charger. And another problem with the buggy motors is they are so expensive. Do you know how much buggy motors cost these days? Buggy motors cost like 50 euro per piece. No, the battery would actually. I was thinking. So, the battery, the ideal place for the battery is here where the fuel tank is. And the motors. So, when we make this RC, we can place the motors instead of the gearbox. So, the gearbox goes out, and we can, instead of the gearbox, we put motors here. And then we can retain the fake engine. So basically, our car loses the gearbox, but from the outside, it looks as if it's not remote controlled, but it is. Yeah, but the problem is how fast these motors will be. I'm kind of afraid that they would be very slow. Okay. Ah, now I know what we're building. Okay. Like this. Here. And here. Okay. What else? Uh, Okay. Ah, I get it. So like this. Now we can insert the other guy. Of course, a 3. 3 start. I kind of expected that. So this is our hand of God steering. And the problem with this hand of God steering is that it's directly on top of the rear suspension, which means that every time you basically do anything with it, you press down on the rear suspension, and the car, when you steer it, basically is always squatting in the rear. So annoying. As mentioned before, LPEs are way too big for the engine bay of the Charger. At least our Charger. And the engines can turn either way, clockwise or anti-clockwise. Depends on the setup. I can have them run clockwise or anti-clockwise. For example, steam engines can be reversed. So steam engines are reversible even. You have a special linkage in steam engines where you can basically reverse the engine rotation on a whim. So basically pull a lever, the engine stops and starts turning the other way. This is possible with pneumatic engines as well, but it needs a Watts linkage. Or is it Stevenson's linkage? I forgot which one is which. No, I think it's Stevenson's linkage. Watts linkage was the one that was used instead of a crankshaft. Because of wonderful patent law, Watt wasn't allowed to use a crankshaft, and he had to devise his own. Okay. I'm missing one. Yeah, well, but you know what we set out to do with the Charger. We set out to do the car as if with to as if Lego would have made it. So without a single modified part. So even the remote control system needs to be Lego. At least for our car. I mean, if you build the car for yourself, when the instructions are done, you can of course put in whatever you like. And the drift car, for example, the drift car is not going to adhere to the same limitations as the charger. In the drift car, we are going to use modified parts if that's necessary. But here we have a self-imposed limitation that we do not want to use modified parts, just to prove a point. Well, Ben, I just asked chat what we are going to do. I don't know. I don't know what we are going to do. Ah, I see. That's the ramp. Such an unnecessary feature, this ramp. I mean, I could do without the wheelie bar. The wheelie bar, I don't know. So unnecessary. Yeah, that's well. I mean, technically, that's true. That's true. We actually would then need to use just the Lego remote control solutions as well. Yeah. That would limit our ability to control it. And of course, since we are going to film it outside, infrared, of course, is out of the question. Infrared is garbage. Yeah. I mean, so many limitations on Lego's part. I mean, how are we supposed to have fun? C plus is what? C plus is the new stuff. I can tell you why Lego did it. Because the new motors are probably cheaper. Everything that they did is cheaper. Okay. Now what? This goes in here. They probably, the bean counters at Lego probably decided that using the new system saves Lego a few cents per set. So they decided, yeah, that's what we're going to use. Oh, Control Plus, okay. I mean, that's the only reason I see why Lego would start producing something that's obviously worse, simply because it's cheaper. And I don't like that because in the long run, and even in the short run, this actually costs customers. New customers, of course. I mean, customers like me. I mean, I may not buy a lot of sets, but I buy a lot of parts because I do my own creations. And yeah. I guess, but no need to be liable for broken parts. Just design stuff properly. If things are properly designed, then they will not break. It's the same with real cars as well. Reliability is a pure design choice, nothing else. I don't know. You see, the thing with the adult market is like this. Uh, if you take a look at the models that Lego is producing right now, uh, I would wager that most their sales go to people that are 20 and older or 35 and older because they have money and children do not. And most of the models that are expensive are being bought by adults. So, for example, a charger like this is being bought by adults, like me. Uh, Land Rover is bought by adults. I don't know. Mustang Crater is bought by adults. I don't know. Most of the Star Wars stuff is bought by adults because they put it on shelves and they display it. Similar with the Veyron, the Porsche, the Lamborghini. Those are sets that are designed for adults. Or, for example, the Batman Creator set, designed for adults. These are not sets for children. These are just designed for adults. Uh, so the argument that it's all for children, that's bullshit. It's not for children, which is sad, actually. Which is sad. I mean, the problem is that Lego is losing the young customers, and in 20 years or 30 years, Lego will be without customers because children will not be used to play with Lego. Because the thing is, you see, back in the day, Lego had their own stuff. There was Legoland or whatever it was called at the time. They had castles, pirates, I don't know, and there were no licenses. Nowadays, you most of the stuff that Lego makes are licenses. For example, even this charger. This charger is a Dodge license and Fast and the Furious license. I mean, they cannot make anything their own. If you know what I mean. Lego is, if you ask me, Lego is the coolest toy ever. Period. There's no toy better than Lego. But the point of Lego is that you get a set, see how it's done, and then build your own. You disassemble it and use the parts to build your own or make a B model or whatever. So, let's see. I'm missing a part. Again, you see, I'm missing a part. There's a 3-stud axle missing. And this is also quality control with Lego. Parts and sets are missing. If I didn't have parts here on stock, I would not be able to continue right now. Exactly. I need the big ring. Exactly. My thought exactly. The 8880 car has been unmatched since 1994 when it came out. Unmatched. Lego has not produced a vehicle that is capable of rivaling that car. Sure, vehicles had all-wheel drive, suspension, all of that, but the innovation that 880 brought, Lego was never able to replicate it. Yeah, children won't learn the terrible engineering of the big sets. Yeah, I mean, uh, I collect vintage sets, vintage Technic sets. So I have quite a few of them, and those sets were, I mean, they may have less functions, but because of course the limitation was the bricks and all of that, and limited number of parts, different parts. But those sets were designed good. They you can see that designers actually took their time. They took their time and designed sets properly. Everything worked. Everything was designed through and through. They looked good. And this is missing, for example, with those sets, with the new ones. Okay, number two. Number two. I'll show you. Let me just unpack this, and I'll show you what I mean. Let me get an older set and show you what's actually missing. What that certain something that's missing from new Lego sets is. Yeah, I saw the Brick Story video. Yeah, I haven't watched it. I saw it in my stream, but I mean, he didn't spend 500 euros from his own money. Probably, it's probably money he earned from YouTube, or I don't know. Hold on, let me just get a set. Okay, so I brought a few of them, just to show you what I mean. So I'm really missing sets like this, small cute sets that are teaching just one thing per model, steering or doors, or I don't know. It's a basic Technic set. Or for example, I always when I looked at the '84 catalog, I was instantly in love with this chopper, for example, and it's so simple. I was able, even back then, I was able to reverse engineer this and build it from other parts I had around. See, so intricate mechanisms with so few parts. Or this was my favorite pneumatic set. I built the models in here. I built them over and over and over. Again, I mean, yeah, I'm a fanatic for packaging. All my sets are packed like this in Ziploc bags. I try to find pictures of the sets to see how they were packed originally, so that they're really as original. And every now and then, when it's a rainy day or whatever, I take one out and build it and enjoy it. this one. Oh my god, this one. This was also my favorite. All-terrain vehicle. Love this. And of course the forklift. Forklift was awesome. Such a nice model. Beautiful color combination. I mean, red and yellow really go well together. Love it. Just to illustrate a few, and of course, what's missing from most of the sets today, a B model. All of these have B models or C models or D models, whatever, if they're universal set. This is missing because the sets today are designed to be just something you buy, you put together and put on a shelf to display, not to play with, not to make alternative models or whatever. No, you buy it, put on a shelf, and you just display it. How stupid is that? That's not Lego for me. I like stuff to be playable. I have more sets, of course, but I'm not. I just brought the smaller ones. The bigger ones, we can go through them later. I don't know. Rise for life. I would probably go for something small as a starter. Go for something small, see if you like it, and then I don't know. So the sets I'm collecting, when I was small, when I was little, I was every time I got a set, I built it, and then it was integrated. The parts were integrated into my collection in boxes, and I used the parts to build my own creations. The sets that I shown you now, these are just for collecting. They are just for nostalgia purposes. They are not meant to be played with in the traditional sense. That's vintage stuff. But the sets that I buy today, of course, they are parts sets. The charger is going to be integrated into a collection. I don't know, a gray lift arm like this is probably going to find its way into one of my engines that will be sold to a customer. You know, they're new parts. They're going to be sorted into the new parts boxes, and it'll be fine. I mean, this car, the Charger uses a lot of these. A lot of these. Oh yeah, that go-kart is also nice. Very nice set. I need to get this as well. But this year, the only set I'm going to buy for myself will be the 8880. I had the 8880. I still have the box, but everything else is, the parts are damaged, destroyed, worn. So I'll buy a new one because I also lost all of the sorting boxes that are inside because I have to have the sorting boxes. That's a must. So the box with inner trays and everything, that's a must. Ja, David. Lego spart die Bauleitung tatsächlich weg. So basically, Lego is moving away from traditional building instructions and going to PDF downloads and stuff like that. In a way, I understand it because come on, I mean, it's such a small model and such a booklet. Have you seen the booklets of other models? So much paper for I don't know, for such a simple model. The older instructions are so basic. I mean, so much is happening on one single page. Oh yeah, that's the sorting dividers. I'm missing this. Wait a minute. Um, and you know what? You know what else I'm missing? I'm missing this. You know what this is? This is the instructions book for 1984. This is my favorite instructions book. I built all of the models in here. Um, uh, I'm I'm missing something like this for new Lego stuff. For Lego should release an instruction booklet for models. I don't know. You see how much stuff is going on one single page. Nowadays, you would have 10 pages dedicated to make this door. They did it on one picture. Incredible. And this truck, I've managed to make this truck just from the pictures that are in here. So from this and this, I managed to reverse engineer it, and this was in an era before internet. This was like in 1990 or 1991. I don't know. So incredible. I mean, this is what makes you think as a child. So I really like stuff like this. My God, the cat is bored or hungry or both. Uh, yeah, so I really like the old boxes with inner trays, so you could when you disassemble the model, you could put everything back into the sorting stuff, um, and it looked good in the box. So the box was worth keeping and displaying. So you've seen my collection, and the boxes are really important to me. When I buy a set, an old set, it really has to have the outer box, all of the inner trays, the plastic that was on top, if possible, and then I arrange everything just it was when I bought it, or when it was new. That's very important for me. And today's sets, for example, they have no collector's value because you cannot pack them like they were. I mean, sure, this is bags like this are cute when assembling, but it's once you rip them out and have them on the table, you just throw them away, and it's just an empty box, without any value, basically, which is a shame. Um, I think something what was lost when Lego stopped doing that. And I think if they went for the environmental effect, they made a lot worse, everything a lot worse with with building instructions that are just so big. Mr. Cat, hey, what's Mitz? Mr. Cat is bored. Okay. Oh my God, what is he doing? Ah, you haven't seen it. Sorry, I was not quick enough. Um, I mean, we call him just Ginger. Very, um, we didn't know how to name him. I found him in the basement. His mother abandoned him. Not abandoned him. She brought him into the basement and couldn't carry him out again because he was too heavy, and he had no way out. So we adopted him. That was 8 years ago. No, he doesn't destroy my Lego. But he's very, very curious about everything. Okay. Come on. Okay. Ah, that's what we're building. The front suspension. I see. Okay. I would not have guessed it by the construction of it. So. Yeah, come on. Okay. Again, the yellow axle is so unnecessary. Yeah, what now? You want me to do what? But there are no... Oh, okay, yeah, okay, I see. My mistake. My mistake. I was too quick. Yeah, okay. Well, that's not great. I mean, look at this. In every step, just one part. Why? I think the cat is going to destroy not the Lego, but the house. My God, what's he doing? Wait. And just like every cat, he loves boxes. I don't know what's with cats and boxes, but yeah, he's a sucker for boxes. No. Say hello. Say hello to chat. Oh, kitten. My God. Come on. Ah. Jesus, I'm so full of fur. Oh. Okay, where were we? It's one of those cats who has to eat constantly. He's always hungry. And now he decided to go outside. Fine with me. Um, 2998, whatever you are typing, we do not read your language. So if you can, please write in English. Otherwise, we are not going to understand you as much as we try. What? Okay. That's a strange setup. Okay, I guess. You want me to install this on both sides. Oh, I see. I'm still full of cat hair. I mean, what is this, Lego? What is this? Again, a part missing. No, it's here. Sorry. False accusation. False accusation. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. I mean. Okay. Okay. Oh, look at this. Everything is full of cat hair. So every time I see a setup that connects the wishbones like this, and Lego uses this all of the time, I know that there's zero suspension geometry. Of course, I fucked up. It has to be like this. Because, of course, this small, the ball joint holds in the axle. I mean, for a small model like this, that's really meant to be just a desk model. This is fine, I guess. Yeah, it's wrong, but I mean, for this specific application, let's say it's okay. Let's concede that Lego knew its customers, and most people would just basically put the model on a shelf, and for that it's fine. Not us, of course. We are building the model to handle outside stress. Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake, you could just make. Look at this. All of. We have. Until this. They could basically just post the last picture, and I'm basically going to build it from the last picture here. No more is necessary. I mean, what the fuck? Why all of these pictures? So unnecessary. Just like the Heldersteiner said, a 5-year-old that has never seen a technique in his life could build this. Yeah, literally baby steps for babies. If you cannot follow instructions, then don't buy technique. Simple as that. I mean, was this necessary? Both of these steps could have been here on this page. All of this could have been on this single page. This page is completely unnecessary. I mean, what the? This is so frustrating, those instructions. And sometimes, yes, now we do understand you. Now we do understand you. Uh, this is so frustrating. And sometimes when you do need something to be clear, it's not. Okay. Okay, we push this in. I mean, see, these two pages would also could be combined in one picture. This is so unnecessary. So unnecessary. And I'm pretty sure that what the fuck? Look at this. We have one part that we put here and one part that we put here. Why are these on two separate pictures? Yes, this one is turned around, but you can show this on this picture just as well. There's no need for this. Or you could basically show the two parts that are added here. You could add on this picture, because this one is of course turn around because this part is just on this side. But you get what I'm saying. Unnecessary pages. This is so unnecessary. I would really like to to be in the meeting where they decided that they needed so many pages. Again, we are adding just this, just these two axes in one. Oh, come on one page. I mean, all of this can be done on one page. All of this can be done on one single page. Oh god. Okay. Whatever. That's how it is. we cannot influence this in any way, shape, or form. Oh, come on. I guess that's going to be the seat, the driver's seat. Okay. And I really don't understand the yellow stuff here. All of this would look so much better if the bushes would be gray. Now we have a mix of gray and yellow for no good reason at all. In terms of Lego, what's my favorite set of all time? Wow, okay. And I have to pick just one. I guess. But still, back in the day, we were able to think, and I think that Lego should promote thinking. There's no reason to. I mean, you can put all, as I said, you can put all these steps on one page without it being unintelligible. The bad thing is that there's one step or even one part added per page, which is stupid. It just adds the instructions are the reason why we have, for such a simple model as a charger, we had such a booklet, and that's there's no B model. That's just the charger, and we are almost 1/3 through already. Yeah, parents don't want to accept the blame more often than not. That's a problem, I think. That's a big problem nowadays. I mean, I never had, when I was little, I never had problems with building instructions for Lego Technic stuff. It was always very easy for me. And I got my first big Technic when I was 8 years old. So it was the What is it? 8860 supercar, the black one. I must admit that I have never built a Star Wars set because I don't. I was never really interested in stuff that's not technic. Trains maybe, but you know, I like Lego trains, but I was never really so into it that I started collecting or anything. Yeah, I mean, yes, I Mark, I understand. I understand. Um, I mean, there must be a reason why Lego did it, of course, and that's the audience that they have to cater to. So that's why they simplified it. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, again, unnecessary page. It shows nothing. I mean, these two pages, this page and this page, are completely unnecessary. I'm pretty sure if even if we cater to the lowest common denominator, where we really guide people by the hand through the instructions, there's so much that we still could omit here without the instructions becoming too cluttered or too unintelligible for people who have never ever even touched Lego or Technic. For example, if anybody has ever built some Kobe sets, yeah, there's still strings. If anybody has built some Kobe sets, um, they are awesome, and they have an interesting way of building of making the instructions. Okay, 11 goes in here, just like that. Okay. Pretty sure we can replicate this on the other side as well. I often build stuff symmetrically, even when Lego doesn't tell me to, because I kind of know what's going on. Okay, this one as well. Okay. Patent for what? What patent would Lego have to get? Okay. The most fun thing is building chain links together. One of the reasons I don't like chain links in my engine is this. Putting chain links together is boring. The other one is, of course, that chain links need guides and more parts and are generally less reliable than gears. So do we have them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 1 is too much. Oh, right, yeah. And I'm grateful for that. But it's not that Lego never got the patent. That's untrue. Lego did get a patent, but the patents run out. So the Lego patent run out. And when the Lego patent run out, that's when we got Kobe and other stuff. Such an unnecessary function. But well, it's here. So, we can now put the car on wheels. And I must say that I do not like the wheels that they chose for this car. I'm pretty sure I don't know. Something could have been done better. Maybe choose wheels that are I don't know, better suited to it and built the car to the scale of the wheels, like we did. I chose the wheels first and then built the car to the scale of the wheels, but the designer probably got the scale and then said, yeah, okay, like that's the only wheels that fit. Okay, let's go with that, I guess. Oh, here I'm going to cheat a little bit. See, I really don't like if stuff is wobbly like this. Simply because you see, because of this. Come on. Simply because of this. So I take my trusty screwdriver and make it fit just a little bit better. I mean, it's still wobbly as hell, but we don't care. So that's basically all of the functions of the car. Everything that's functional is here. The rest is just looks. Oh my god, that steering is so bad. My god, that steering is so bad. It's so hard and you have zero feel for anything. My god. Okay, let's pause here a little bit. I mean, the size difference is just enormous. Imagine this engine in our car, just like it is here. It will disappear. Oh my god. Well, let's build the rest of it and then we can have a walk around and compare them side by side. Well, usually I scale my models by first picking the wheel, like I did with our car, and I pick a Lego wheel, and then I see what the dimensions of the wheels of the real car are, and then I compare the diameters of the wheels. So if the diameter of the real wheel is, I don't know, 10 and the diameter of the Lego wheel is like 0.5, then we can calculate the scale of the car. And then after, when we have the scale, we can then calculate all of the other dimensions. Yeah, the bodywork, but we need bag number 3, I guess. Ah, I see. We need these. In 2 days, on Friday, we're going to basically dismantle all of this and start using the panels on our car. And of course, this as well. This is going to be very useful. Combination of this. Because right now, we only have panels that are 11 studs long. These are going to be useful as well. For the tunnel, for example. That's what we were talking on Sunday about. I can spread out the parts a little bit. Okay. So let's see. There's not that many parts. That's going to go quickly. I mean, the same techniques with the bodywork are also used on the Land Rover. That was a pain. All of the functionality is built extremely quickly, and then the bodywork takes most of the time. Yeah, that's also a way. Sariel makes great stuff. So I basically used his guide from years ago, where you do this manually. Oh, stupid me. Of course. And I'm already building everything in pairs. It's force of habit, I guess. Every time Lego does something, I build it symmetrically because I know it's going to save me time and effort if I do it. Niner. There's no... Oh, okay. These are niners. I mean, I would build them. Of course, I would build them. Every Lego set that you get, you build. Of course, you do. But the Xeon, I don't know. I would probably just use it for parts. The parts that are not green. But the Bugatti, I would rebuild to my standards. That we talked about this a while ago here on the in the group. Basically, if I did a supercar, I would rebuild the Bugatti, and we would equip it with no gearbox, just 6 buggy motors. 6 buggy motors, and it would be fast as hell. Of course, uh, we would make it, the chassis and everything would be to our standards, but it would look exactly like the Lego one. So I would take the outside, the exterior of the Lego Chiron, and I would build my own interior. So the chassis, the suspension, that would be my own. It would be superior in every conceivable way. I mean, that's not really hard. Uh, I think the Chiron and the Lamborghini, they look good, and that was the main purpose when the designer were tasked with creating them. They have to look good because Lego knew exactly who the customers are. The customers, most of the customers of these cars are people who buy them to put on a shelf, and they are also presented like this. So the box with all of the artwork, small boxes inside, how the wheels are presented, and all of that stuff. It's it's a collector's model. It's not a model that was designed to be played with, which is a shame, but that's how it goes. The 8880 supercar from 1994 was designed to be played with, and it shows. Come on, where are you? Oh, here you are. But you know, I'm actually happy that Lego is doing this. That they recognize that a lot of their customers are adults. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Never, unless they employ me as the designer of one of their Lego sets. Never. They're not going to do it. They had models with caster, of course, but this was more unintentional than intentional. The models were usually RC stuff, or for example, models that had the wrong caster instead of the right one, uh, and the models that had the right caster, but probably just because it was convenient to design it like this, not because the designer said, "Oh, my model is going to have a caster because that's realistic." I think there were some smaller models like an ATV or something like that that had a caster. You mean the snot techniques? Could be. I mean, I will not be. I will be happy if I'm proved wrong. I really will. If Lego releases sets that actually have some proper geometry, I will be happy. Hey Frank, I will be happy because this means that something's happening there at Lego, and the models will, of course, be better off if they have some geometry because they will be much more fun to play with. I cannot emphasize enough how much nicer it is to play with a hand of God steering on a car that actually has geometry. You know what you're doing. You have a feeling for the road, for the car, which you don't if you don't have geometry, and that's the point. Now we're getting to go to build some bricks. How exciting! See, my point exactly. And if Lego calls me, I am going to build them a very nice model, whatever they want me to build. Got a license, I don't know, to build whatever they want, no problem. We're gonna build such a nice car. Yeah, the Unimog without my steering modification is just useless. Forget it. It's the Unimog. I really like the Unimog. The Unimog is a nice set. It looks nice. I really wanted to like it, but the moment I assembled it, I mean, I knew what the problems were while assembling it, and even before I even bought it, I knew what the problem is. But it the steering really brings the model down. And that's such a missed opportunity. Yes, they did the steering this way because it was simple. It was easy, of course. Simple parts, simple to make, but horrible mess to play with. I have not. Um, I have not contacted Lego to make a set, but after we make the charger, I don't know, maybe. Then I have something recent to show. And I can say, see, that's how it goes. But I don't even know if they take outside people to design their sets, or even if I don't know. I don't know what their criteria is for this. Can one apply it to Lego for making sets, or I don't know. But I would like to make one. But it has to be a car. My specialty are cars, in 1 to 8, 1 to 8 scale, and we would make a car that is excellent to play with. Because when you have when you're on your desk, for example, I don't know, you're at your job, you're a CEO or whatever, you're at your desk and you're worried about a problem. And what do? You take a Lego car as a fidgeting toy, and you play with it. You play with it, and if it's enjoyable, uh, you will have a better time. But you see, this set, for example, just right now, what I wanted to do is I wanted to let it corner. You see, I wanted to have it to apply some force into a corner. I can't, because the steering is in the back, and I can only apply possibly some force in the rear. And on our car, the steering wheel, of course, is in the center, so I can apply force to both front and rear suspension. I can feel, so you can really feel the car. You can, when you go into the corner, you can, you can simulate the forces that act on the car, and the suspension reacts. That's well, I I would gladly build either a BMW or a Mercedes. Doesn't matter. I like both. But no, I'm going to build it my way. No, half of the car is the gearbox, and the gearbox is non-removable because it's part of the structure of the car. No, no, no. We don't have that. And no gears for the sake of gears. We won't have a 8-speed gearbox that nobody is ever going to really make use of just to have it. 3 gears is enough. 3 gears, reverse, I don't know, neutral. That's more than enough to play with, and to put it into your display case. You will never make use of it. But the important things that you will make use of are the suspension, doors, locks on doors. On our charger, we are going to have door locks, and it's so relaxing. You open the door by the door lock, it clicks open, and then you shut the door, and it clicks shut. Such a satisfying feeling. I built door locks in all of my cars, so it's a must. Door locks or go home, and the hood will also be openable by a lock. Um, all of that. It's the small details that make the car interesting. Okay, I have no idea what this is for, but okay, I guess. Is it rear view mirrors? Could be. Could be. I don't even know what this is. Let's see. Oh, it's the fender. It's the fender. Okay. of course. And I thought, yeah, this looks more like it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, better sets. Better sets are good for long term. If you make sets that are iconic and better, um, you will have people who will be interested in them even 20 or 30 years from now. But to be honest, uh, the old sets have a certain something that makes them interesting, which the new ones, or let's say most of the new ones, not all of them, but most of the new ones lack. And that's sad because that's unnecessary. You can make so much more interesting stuff from the new Lego pieces. So much more, and you should. Um, I mean, I was thinking what models one could do uh, from uh, from Lego. One of them would be, for example, a car that I like would be the BMW M2, the small M car. That would look nice in Lego. Or, for example, an I don't know, an AMG Mercedes. But I wouldn't do the AMG GT. That's just, I don't know, another generic supercar. Uh, I mean generic. I, I use this in a very broad term, but what if we did the normal sedan, the AMG limousine, if you will. Or we could also do a wagon. I love wagons. AMG wagon. What about that? Or we could do the, I don't know, Mercedes CLS as well. That's the uh, coupe version of the limousine, or what's it called nowadays. There's so many options. Um, for example, I like building stuff that's more accessible. Cars that people can buy or have in their garage, for example. Nobody has a Bugatti Chiron or Lamborghini. I mean, of course, I mean, yeah, nobody. Some people have them, but there's very few people. So, yeah, the Creator Mustang, I have it. I'll bring it here once the car is finished for comparison. Um, the Mustang Creator model is by far my favorite Lego model of the past few years. By far, I love it. It's exactly what it should be. It doesn't pretend to be anything else. It's a model that's mostly going to be used for display purposes. It has a few functions. It can be also played with because it has all of the add-ons that you can put on. Uh, I love it. It's a great model, really brilliant. Whoever designed it, I think I read about something about the designer, uh, deserves respect. I don't like Toyotas. The only Toyota that I like is maybe the 80s Supras, the square ones. Other than that, Toyota does not make a single car that I'm interested in, sadly. I mean, the BRZ or no, AE 86. But that's basically a Subaru. Subaru designed it. Toyota just was in charge of marketing. That's an interesting Toyota, let's say, from recent times, of course. The 80s were different. In the 80s, the AE 86 and the Supra were kings. Those were great cars. Oh God, Fiat Multipla. Oh my God. I mean, my sister had one. So it's a piece of shit. Great concept. In theory, in theory, the Multipla is a great concept. Um, it's very roomy uh, and all the jazz, but I don't know. I I don't dig it. If you've seen my one of my latest posts on Facebook, I posted a link of from a guy on YouTube who made a model of a rotary engine. I don't really listen to Europop, no, not in any certain circumstance. Um, maybe, maybe, if enough people are voting for it, then sure, why not? We could build a Subaru or Mitsubishi. I even when I asked people what they want to see as a build, there was a Mitsubishi Eclipse concept that I saw on the internet, and it was really great. I mean, you know the original Eclipse, and that guy designed the Eclipse to be like a modern version, and it looked really nice. I really liked it, and that would be a great car to build from Lego. So all of it. So all-wheel drive, uh, multi-link suspension in the front and the rear, all the jazz. I mean, we could really have a field trip with such a car. It would be really. Uh, it would have all of the modern things that we like. Ah, okay. No, the biggest limitation with all-wheel drive is that the angles of the steering, because the Lego CV joints, the old ones or the new ones, they don't offer a steering angle that is big enough. That's the biggest problem. That's why I have not even attempted to build a car that has front wheel drive or all wheel drive. Ideally, we would have a car. I mean, a car CV joint that would be as big, or basically it would mimic the 8880 CV joint, because that one, the 8880 CV joint, that was great. That was the best CV joint Lego ever made. And then they have never, except in some helicopter models, they have not used it since. And that's such a shame. No, 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 absolutely not. U joints are out of the question. U joints are garbage. We discussed this in the last episode. U joints are completely useless, especially for applications in driving wheels where you have to steer. Completely unsuitable. But you know what we could use? We could use. I mean, of course, we would use this. We would use an LPA power wheel hub, and we would insert a U joint like this. This would give us enough room. I mean, at extreme angles, at extreme angles, this is not very good. Maybe we would need to use a Dremel to kind of chip away this part here, so that when you see when the steering lock is at its largest, it would be able to pass. It would be able to pass through here, because that's the limitation here. Because this is kind of flat here, but thick here. So it's not really designed for huge angles, but we can chip away this part, and then I don't think it would really lose any strength if we do that, and then it would be able to have a larger angle. Then it would be useful. And of course, we would use this like that, because the axle, so the axis, our axis of steering would go like this, of course, because of the kingpin, and the U joint will of course be here, or even possibly even further out, depending on where we put the kingpin. So like in the real car, of course. But it would be on the steering axis. So yes, I am a huge fan of the new differential. New differential is basically my favorite new Lego part. I was waiting for this differential for ages. I was so disappointed when Lego brought out the previous differential, this one that we have here. when this differential came out, I was so disappointed because I expected this to be a double bevel differential, not like this. But finally, Lego has heard my thoughts, and they brought out the Top Gear differential, which is perfect. It fixes everything. No, I don't think anything of what I said had any influence on Lego. That would be very unlikely. Um, I mean, the Lego wheel, the LP Power wheel hubs, if they would be molded from one piece, and they could be, of course, there's nothing in the way of this. Would be perfect. But of course, when you use super glue, even though you try your best, it's not going to hold on forever. But the good part is you just sand it down, and you reglue them, and they work again. I love the fact that I have a healthy supply of these now, because this charger is using so many, and I love using them. They are such a useful part, but it's so hard, so damn hard to insert. God. Ah, okay, we're good. And of course, because this part is one of those parts that gets duplicated, why not build it along while we're doing the first part, now that we know what's up. I'm actually using this. Of course, I have a supply because, you know, I use a lot of this. Wait, what? Oh, I see. I see. Okay. No duplication, because the other part is a little bit different. Okay. Such a shame that there's no locking mechanism here. Wouldn't really be that hard to do, but yeah, they saved it away. Wait, what? That's it? That's it? That's going to it's going to stay like this? No. Oh, yeah, sure. We are going to rotate it, at least, don't we? I hope. Okay. Oh, silly me. Silly me. Of course. I was too fast. See, when I was talking to you guys, and I was not even looking. Of course. Okay, and now this goes. What are we doing now? Okay, this is still the wrong way. This is okay, like this. As expected, okay. Now what? Ah, okay. Ah, okay. My mistake. There we go. Yeah, Lego is expensive. We all know that, and the sets from the Chinese proved that Lego sets are too expensive. Actually, Chinese manufacturers manage to produce sets that are so inexpensive, but not even the Chinese. Look at Kobe. For example, Kobe produces everything in Europe, and their sets are very reasonably priced. Very reasonably priced, and the quality is almost as good as Lego. I really like their quality, and I can only recommend Kobe sets. Marco, hey, we are building Dom's charger at the moment. And after we're done with that, we are going to, well, we are going to compare it to our car and to the Creator Mustang. Okay. COBI. COBI. Kobe. It's a Polish company. Most of their they don't make Lego Technic. I mean Technic stuff. They make basically what you would consider creator stuff. Mostly warships and warplanes and tanks and all of that stuff. And I really love it. I have their one of their warships, and it's awesome. Wow, we are at bag number 4. Bag number 4. Yep, they make military themed sets, something that Lego does not do. So they are basically not really in competition with Lego, but they fill a gap, they fill a void that Lego is well not satisfying. So no, it's Kobe. Oh yeah, Rise for Life. Just spelled it. Kobe is really nice. I would recommend it to everybody. If you like Lego, you will like Kobe. How how in the hell? Okay. Man, that's a cheap solution. Ah, so this guy is not symmetric. That's what was bothering me. Okay. We have much more legroom and everything, but I have the battleship Tirpitz from Kobe. The Tirpitz is one of my favorite warships in World of Warships. So I had to get it, of course. Does anybody here play World of Warships, by the way? Okay. I play basically just World of Warships. Don't really have time for other games. This is the game I really like. I did play uh, StarCraft, StarCraft 2. StarCraft 2 is also one of my favorite games, but I really did not play multiplayer stuff. Just I played StarCraft, just the campaigns, and it was a pretty good game. I like StarCraft, but World of Warships is really the shit for me at the moment. If you go, for example, on YouTube and find the Croatian World of Warship streamer, Flambas, he has some very nice videos of the gameplay. He comments, of course, what he's doing, and he's very funny. Uh, Go check it out. Come on. Oh yeah, and of course, since I like StarCraft, I also played Command and Conquer, the Command and Conquer series. So all of the all of the different variants of it, from the standard one, the original one, then what was it? Red Alert, Tiberium Wars, and whatever. I played them all. Again, just campaigns. Never did multiplayer. Yeah, exactly. That's my sentiment as well. I'm invested in World of Warships. I really like the game, but I'm really not keen on now investing so much time in another game, because I don't have the time for it. Yeah, I mean that's usually the case. You're invested in other games and you don't want to play the others, but nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Everybody has his own uh, brand of game that he likes to play. Okay. Exhaust. Okay. Exhaust. What do we need here? 7. Yeah. Hmm. Now, where do you go? Did I miss something? What did I miss? Of course I missed something. Stupid me. Didn't pay any attention to the instructions. So you see, I'm the reason that instructions need to be dumbed down, because I cannot be trusted to follow them as well. No, we are not going to have a steam style engine on the Charger. We are going to make an exhaust, of course. I mean, at least the tips. We're going to make at least the tips, but I don't know. No real pipes. You can do them yourself if you like. I'm probably not gonna do them. Come on. Always the hunt for that one small part. Ah, here you are. Well, the engine that we are going to have in the car is going to be a fake engine. It's going to be a fake engine, but it's going to have valves and all of that you can see. So it's going to be more interesting than just one of those Lego fake engines. Not just the cylinders, it'll be all of it. Just to make it, just to make it more interesting when you look under the hood. So it's not just the standard 8 cylinders in the engine exactly like in the Lego Charger, but we're going to try to make a camshaft as well, and the camshaft should then drive push rods that then actuate some sort of valves. I don't know. I'm not sure how we're going to do this, but we're going to think of something. Okay, I'm missing a part. I hope not, because I don't have that part. Ah, here it is. Okay. Here it is. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So this is even even studs, not odd studs. Okay. Ah, that's how it connects. I see. I like it. I like it. And the tips are like this. And this connects here. Okay. I guess. Oh, come on. Yeah. Not much more left. Okay. Come on. Okay. I guess we're building the. Is it the roof or I don't know. Let's see. Again, what? Yeah, do share the link if it's possible to share links here in the chat. Oh, we're building the roof. Okay. I need a big drink. If I understand correctly, you sold all of your Lego, right? Why? Why would you do that? I mean, there must be a reason for it, of course. Okay. Some of these techniques are a mystery to me here. It kind of looks like they kind of try to complicate things for no good reason. Okay, now what? Now we're building something else. Um, I mean, I don't see how helical gears would be beneficial to Lego models. They are unnecessary. Helical gears are basically gears that have their teeth at an angle. So basically, the the area, the contact area of the teeth is bigger, and they come into contact gradually, and that's why in real life, at least, um, the they are much quieter than spur gears, because Lego gears are in essence spur gears. But I don't mind. I don't care if there's no helical gears. It's they're not necessary. So you decided to not play with Lego again. That's that's sad actually. I mean, I heard stories about people going dark. So basically, having a period where they don't do Lego, but then after a while, you start acquiring a collection again. So I don't know if getting rid of it is really good, because then you will have the urge to buy more after a few years. Yeah, but it's I respect the decision. He had to do it. Well, I'm pretty sure there were valid reasons at the time. Mm. Okay, so I guess we're building what this is. Oh my God, there's so many of these connectors. Love them. Ah, one less thing that I need to order from Bricklink. There's I buy them from a company called LE Technica. I think they're from the Czech Republic. Um, it's polyethylene tubing that you can then well form over a heat source like a flame, and then you cool it down, and then it kind of keeps its shape, and it's not like hard tubing. It's semi-hard. So basically, you after it's shaped, you can still it's still pliable. Mm. Look, no, that's not gonna happen. Firstly, because we don't have a gearbox. I mean, we have a concept of a gearbox, but not a gearbox as such. Okay, I guess just the sides are remaining now, and the charger is done. Okay. This the Lego charger, of course, not ours. Ours is gonna take a while still. By the way, do we want which generation of charger are we building? I mean, a generation, which version? The 68, the 69, or the 70? My favorites are, of course, the 68 and the 70. And since Dom's charger here is a 70 model, why don't we build a 68 model with the round rear lights? Because I really like the round rear lights of the 68 model. Okay. Yeah, I think the 68 is the one that we should go for. Absolutely. Nothing beats the original round rear lights. Okay. Oh, what? No. Oh, okay. My mistake. For a brief moment, I thought there's an illegal building technique involved, but it looks like it isn't. Okay, what? Oh, another part. Yes, okay. Like this. Are we done yet? No. This and this. Oh, we're done. Okay. So this guy clicks in here. Okay. Now I see it. And now we push down this guy and the panel is secured. Okay. Okay. Wow, there's still so many pages left. We're almost done. Oh, that's the doorstop, of course. And this needs to be done here. Okay, I guess. And another unnecessary thing, nitrous bottle. Okay. We're going. Okay, we're building like this. So we're building the interesting. Now this is going to be the C pillar. Well, C pillar, what Lego calls a C pillar. Of course, not structural, just cosmetic. It looks like. Yeah, I kind of like it. It looks pretty good so far. Okay. So far, yeah. So far, that's the right word. The way, see, the way this attaches to the body. So this guy is a spacer, so it forces this panel to sit on top of the lift arm here. I don't know. I don't like it. But that's just me. Oh my, what a building technique. What the fuck is this? What? Huh, okay. Come on. And now I'm supposed to click this in this. I mean, what is the purpose of this? Okay. I know what the purpose of this is. Okay. This is going to be the railing goes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Almost done. Almost done. Come on. Today is going to be a long ass stream. 8070. That's the red supercar, right? I mean supercar. That was built. I think it was mid 2000s, something like that. Rise for Life, thank you for being with us. Yeah, it's a long ass stream tonight, but we're gonna finish. We're gonna finish and wrap this up. Whoever is with us till the end is with us, and yeah. You can watch the rest that you missed on YouTube tomorrow. So see you tomorrow. No, tomorrow. See you on Friday. Tomorrow's no stream. Next stream on Friday. Okay. And on Friday we continue with the charger, with our charger, not with this one. Oh my God, deplorable guy! Thank you very much. Okay. What I mean tomorrow, tomorrow on Friday, I really want to see how the seven stud long sloped panels and these guys are going to fare on the shaping of our body. I need a drink. Thank you very much. We'll try to keep it up. There's so much stuff that we are going to build in the future. So probably, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I should make a poll or something so we can vote on future projects, or just to get in the ballpark of what we want, like a poll that where we decide, I don't know, we want to build a supercar or a drift car or a regular car like this, and then we refine it until we arrive at a model that everybody agrees upon. Okay. I think that's it. Yes. Should be it. Or am I missing something? Ah, of course I'm missing something. Of course, there's this guy here and this guy here. Like that. And this comes in here. And of course, yeah, of course, our doorstop. We can put this in right now. The interesting part is that the charger is not that much bigger than the Creator Mustang. Yeah, sure, it's bigger, but the difference is not like night and day. It's not like this charger and our charger. Okay, just a few parts left. Just a few parts left and we are done. Okay. So, oh my God, the animals outside are having a party. Okay. We've done this. I think the only thing left is the railing. And we're done. Yeah, only thing left is the railing. We are done. Then it's comparison time. Well, let's see. Okay. Okay. That's it. Now let me put some things aside. Okay, we don't need these guys. I'm going to sort them into boxes later. Now let me get the Mustang. Just a moment. So this guy is by far my favorite Lego model from recent times. I mean, every time I have it in my hand and play with it, I love it. Of course, with only correct with the Herderstein number plate. So difference is not that big. Yes, they are a little different in sizes, but not by that much. Not quite. The Mustang is a slightly smaller scale, but the difference is not huge. I mean, the Mustang is, let's say, it's 1 to 10 and or 11 or something like that, and the Charger is 1 to 9 or one. No, it's 1 to, I don't know. It's I would say it's one scale factor larger, or half a scale factor. Yep. See you, David. We're going to wrap up the stream in any moment anyway. Just comparing the cars, and then I'll put the charger on our charger on the desk, and we're basically done. Okay, so that's the Mustang. Let's park it there. That's the Lego charger. You are welcome. And then let's put our charger on the desk. The difference is quite big, of course. So I kinda like this charger, but of course the rear here, this part is of course completely it's not like in the rear car at all. The steering, of course, is completely lifeless. You have no feel for the car, of course. Um, when you want to corner, you basically just force the rear out. And in our car, for example, of course, because you have the steering in the center, when you corner, you can force the car in the front as well as in the rear, because it's kind of in the center, and you really get the feel for the dynamic of the car when you corner it. So yeah, obviously our car is going to be better simply because it's a larger scale. We can do more at this scale, but here opportunities have been wasted. Uh, the interior, I would not do it like that. I would not do the hand of God steering like that. Um, more could be done, but I guess it's okay. This area I don't like at all. It looks extremely weird, like all of the bars like end nowhere. Interior is just well, not it's there. There is no interior basically. Um, I don't know. The front is my favorite part, I must admit. From the front, it looks absolutely gorgeous. This front view, I really like. If you dismiss the comically out of proportion wheels, um, I really like how it looks. The rear, well, the rear, this part is cool, but the C pillars, of course, are completely wrong. But I guess for the scale, the car is good. I'm not gonna try the wheelie option; it's useless. But I like the parts. There's parts that we are going to use tomorrow, not tomorrow, on Friday. Can't wait to see what the 7 stud long panels are going to do, and of course these short guys that we possibly could use here. We could possibly use them here and here. Uh, we'll see. We'll see what can be done, but uh, most likely we are going to use them here in front of the fender to bridge the gap, and then here we're going to have the where is it? I put the parts away. Um, yeah, we're going to have a nice fender with square edges. Um, damn it, where did I put them? I know I didn't put them. Oh, I did. Did I? No, I didn't. Where are they? Ah, just a moment. I need to find them. We need to compare this before we go to bed. That is outrageous. Hmm. Oh, here they are. Oh, of course. So, these. See the comparison. ours is going to be, well, the fenders are going to be like that, of course. So ours are going to be with an edge, and Lego fenders are sloped. So ours are going to be much more realistic. And truth be told, Lego could have used these as well. They could have. It would fit. And would probably look a lot better. The hood would be slightly smaller because, you know, they would... The hood would be one stud narrower. Other than that, these would fit in here great. They would fit in great, and they would make an excellent side panel. And in the rear, yeah, they could have made them work even in the rear, I guess, or used some kind of different techniques. Oh well. But one thing that I actually like, for example, you see, if we make the front fender like this, and maybe the door starts curving and then goes into the edgy panels again. Maybe we can have the effect of a Coke bottle here. We'll see. We are going to explore this in the next stream. Anyway, it's late. Oh, deplorer guy. I don't really know if I would build a Ute. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of not really interesting to me. It's basically a muscle car with a bed that looks worse. It's more practical, absolutely. And I kind of like Utes or rancheros or El Caminos, if you like. But building it, I don't know. Probably not. Anyway, that's it for this stream. It's been a long ass stream. And I see you on Friday.